Let's do the same thing with Remi. Yay. Let's just breeze through this level. So, last time I was here with Remi, I went to the right, so this time I'm going to go to the left, which means I'm going to get that gold chest with Remi. Not that it's particularly important, but, you know, hey, there you go. Remember, if you're going to rush, don't go into autopilot, because there are still some hazards in these levels that you gotta watch out for, so. So even though I'm rushing with Remi, I gotta stop and smell the roses, on occasion, at least, to beat up some enemies. So, you know, I don't like struggle later. You know, this game's not like too hard, but you know, in any game, if you're under leveled, you're not gonna have a fun time. I'm also still under-leveled by like 2 levels, so. And I almost fell into the water again. So, looks like I missed that gold chest. I'll have to come down here. Here we go. Whatever that is. I just got 2 of the same item. Well, we're just about out of the caves now. Alright, Flaming Fairy, I'll beat you up there. Are you happy now, Flaming Fairy? You wanted my attention so bad, but now you're dead. Something I thought about Touhou recently while playing this game was, even in regular Touhou, when you beat a fairy, they don't just kind of like disappear. They straight up die, because they're just that weak. But the thing about fairies is they can't really like die like proper deaths, because they're all like embodiments of one aspect of nature. So when they die, they just kind of pop up somewhere else, just completely okay. They just kind of like respawn, basically. But I mean, that's still kind of like a weird thought, like when fairies die in Touhou, they just like straight up die. Kinda. So I'm gonna go this way again, even though I know like I don't really have to, but hey, there's a chest and it's not too far out of the way. My speed run's not gonna suffer for it. I'm talking like I'm actually doing a speed run. Well, I've leveled up. I'm still 2 levels behind, though. I was gonna rush ahead, but I saw a fairy, so I had to beat it up. At this point, I'm not really worried about rushing anymore. I just want to keep this hit counter going up. Because unlike the stats, I actually like watching that number go up. So, okay, long story short, I saw this alternate path to Sakuya. I didn't realize where it went, because I noticed that there was an entryway to another part of the map further on ahead. Turns out it doesn't really actually go anywhere, as we'll soon see. It just kind of comes to some place where you can get chests and stuff. So unless you want chests, there's really no reason to come here. Normally this would wreck your speed run, but since I'm speeding up the footage, it's fine. But I got a couple levels and a skill out of it, so let's see what the skill is. I'm gonna remove 1,000 Needles, because, whatever. It's Vampire's Cradle. What's that do? It's a nice little chargey thing, where Remilia turns into a comet. I think it's a neat skill. Also, out of this trip, at least I got a big fat hit count out of it. And now I came back here because I just want this to get to 600 before I move on. And I'm going through this quick enough that if I can get to an enemy fast enough, maybe I can get the counter back up, but that didn't happen. Which is unfortunate. It would have been nice to see that thing get higher than 600. Thankfully, like in this game though, if you like watching your hit counter grow up like I do, it's not too hard to keep your combo going in this game, because it's a little bit more lenient than Kankeki Muso was, where you have a little bit more time after getting hit to recover your combo, and you have a little bit more time before it goes away. So I'm just rushing past all this stuff because it's about time I just get to the end already. And you know what? Forget this nice cinematic scenery. I gotta get me to that giant snake because speed run. So the snake is pretty much exactly the same when you fight him with Remilia as Sakuya. Not a big surprise at this point. But he is a little bit easier because with Remilia you got like your floaty jumps. So if you get to jump over his projectiles, it's not as hard. Because Remilia jumps a tiny bit higher and stays in the air longer than Sakuya. Also, I didn't really do this very well with Sakuya. In fact, I didn't do it at all. When the snake bites you, you can just stay in place and use one of your skills, because for most of your skills, you get invincibility frames, and you can use that to your advantage, like I'm doing with Vampire Cradle. He doesn't want to bite me, though, and that's really annoying when he doesn't want to bite, because it's going to take forever. But yeah, he's still pretty easy, even though he's kind of like we're kind of mid game right now. So I'm telling you, it's the bigger numbers that kind of do it. It's getting loot, bigger numbers for your loot, and loot with bigger numbers. In fact, I haven't actually bothered to equip bigger numbers with Remilia yet. I didn't do it in the last video, and I didn't do it here. If I did, I'd probably be making quicker work of him. At least, you know, slightly quicker work of him. Okay, now he's using the same attack 3 times in a row. Snake. Like, come on. Just get beat up already. I know you want to like artificially lengthen the time of this video, Mr. Snake, but you gotta just let me beat you up. And he should be low enough health that I can finish him off with the spell card.